Messiah's early years, descendant of David. Jeremiah gave the below prophecy around 700 BC. See, a time is coming, declares the Lord, when I will raise up a true branch of David's line. He shall reign as king and shall prosper, and he shall do what is just and right in the land. In his days Judah shall be delivered and Israel shall dwell secure. And this is the name by which he shall be called. The Lord is our vindicator. Jeremiah chapter 23, verses 5 and 6, 1985. According to Jeremiah, the Messiah prophesied by Isaiah will be from the line of David. This true branch of David's line is going to appear and make us holy. He is referred to as the Lord is our vindicator. To vindicate someone means to justify them. It means clearing someone from all blame and declaring that person righteous. This is what the Messiah did for us. David, who lived around 1000 BC, knew that one of his descendants was going to be the Messiah. He also knew that the Messiah was the Lord. David said, "The Lord said to my Lord, sit at my right hand while I make your enemies your footstool." Psalm 110, verse 1, 1985. Yeshua quoted David and said, "Then why does David, speaking under the inspiration of the Spirit, call the Messiah my Lord? For David said, 'The Lord said to my Lord, sit in the place of honor at my right hand until I humble your enemies beneath your feet.'" Matthew chapter 22, verses 43 and 44, New Living Translation. Jesus said he was the Messiah, the Lord, born into the Davidic line. The prophecy below states the Messiah will have a kingdom that will be an eternal one. We read, "Further, say thus to my servant David, thus said the Lord of hosts, I took you from the pasture, from following the flock, to be ruler of my people Israel. When your days are done and you follow your fathers, I will raise up your offspring after you, one of your sons, and I will establish his kingdom. He shall build a house for me, and I will establish his throne forever. I will be a father to him, and he shall be a son to me. But I will never withdraw my favor from him as I withdrew it from your predecessor. I will install him in my house and in my kingship forever, and his throne shall be established forever." 1 Chronicles chapter 17, verse 7, 11 to 14, 1985. In the second book of Samuel, we read the same thing. "When your days are done and you lie with your fathers, I will raise up your offspring after you, one of your own issue, and I will establish his kingship. He shall build a house for my name, and I will establish his royal throne forever. I will be a father to him, and he shall be a son to me." 2 Samuel chapter 7, verses 12 to 14, 1985. The eternal Messiah would come into the world as a descendant or son of David. People were expecting a son of David to be the Messiah. As Jesus approached Jericho, a blind beggar was sitting beside the road. When he heard the noise of a crowd going past, he asked what was happening. They told him that Jesus was walking by. The beggar shouted, "Jesus, Son of David, have mercy on me." Luke chapter 18, verses 35 to 38, New Living Translation. Birth announced by a star. God uses objects in the sky to speak of events that occur on earth. The heavens declare the glory of God. The sky proclaims his handiwork. Day to day makes utterance, night to night speaks out. There is no utterance, there are no words, whose sound goes unheard. Their voice carries throughout the earth, their words to the end of the world. He placed them in a tent for the sun. Psalm 19, verses 2 to 5, 1985. Key questions. Did the Tanakh prophesy a star in the sky? Is this star related to the Messiah? Yes, a star was prophesied in the Hebrew Scriptures, and it indicated the birth of the Messiah. I see him, but not now. I behold him, but not nigh. There shall step forth a star out of Jacob, and a scepter shall rise out of Israel. Numbers 24, verse 17, 1917. Who is the him? What kind of star did the Tanakh write about? We read about a star in the sky when Jesus was born. Where is the newborn King of the Jews? We saw his star as it rose, and we have come to worship him. Matthew chapter 2, verse 2, New Living Translation. It is written that wise men saw a star. They came to see the one who had been born a king. The wise men knew who it was. The New Testament states that the wise men saw his star and followed it. After listening to the king, they went their way. And behold, the star they had seen in the east went on before them until it came to rest over the place where the child was. Matthew 2, verse 9, New Living Translation. Key questions. How did the star guide them? Was this star a single object? Star is a celestial phenomenon. Research on stars and planets has confirmed that there was a bright object in the sky at the time of Jesus' birth, but it was not a single star. The analysis was done using a software program called Starry Night. This program places stars and planets in the sky at their exact locations at any given time, past, present, or future. The software was used to show the exact location of the planetary objects at the time of Jesus' birth. The star that people saw at the time of Jesus' birth was the conjunction of three planetary objects: Jupiter, the king planet, Venus, the mother planet, and Regulus, the king star. These three objects came together and appeared to be stacked upon each other in the sky, producing the brightest star anyone had ever seen. To watch a video on the above, please visit www.bethlehemstar.com. The New Testament said the star stood still over the place where Jesus was. To understand how a star can move and then stand still, we need to understand retrograde motion. Retrograde motion is a phenomenon where planets are observed looping through the sky. They move forward, reverse course, and then move forward again. Planets appear that way because of the rotation of the Earth. There are instructive videos on YouTube about retrograde motion. Retrograde motion explains how the wise men were able to follow the star to Bethlehem and then watch it stop over the place where Jesus was. Scepter of power. There is a scepter of power talked about in the prophecy regarding the star. This scepter will come from the Jews and be given to the Messiah. We read about it in the scriptures found in Numbers, quoted earlier. I see him, but not now. I behold him, but not nigh. There shall step forth a star out of Jacob, and a scepter shall rise out of Israel. Numbers chapter 24, verse 17, 1917. A scepter is a staff a king holds while he sits on his throne. It is a symbol of power and authority. Whoever holds the scepter is the supreme ruler in a jurisdiction. The scepter shall not depart from Judah, nor the ruler's staff from between his feet, as long as men come to Shiloh, and unto him shall the obedience of the peoples be. Genesis chapter 49, verse 10, 1917. The prophecy states, the scepter shall not depart from Judah. It means the power to rule in Judah will remain in the hands of Judaic kings until the one to whom the scepter truly belongs is revealed. That one is the Messiah. The star announced the birth of the Messiah. The Messiah was given the scepter of power and authority, and is the one who is to be worshipped by all peoples of the earth.